What is your take on today's defeat, Mark?
Poor in the first half, as poor as I've seen us, and it's not. That wasn't nice to suffer. Second half was a lot better, and we controlled it for the large parts, but we're still just a little bit short of where we want to be and where we can be. Got to get back to passing the ball, I'm afraid. Trying to give people opportunity and minutes on pitch and things like that. That's all well and good, but we've got to get results as well as decent performances. And in fairness, the second half was okay, bit pedestrian in terms of our passing. We've got to get better than that, and get back to what we're capable of doing. And I think although Blackpool have set up to defend after they scored the goal, we've given them that opportunity to do so. And they've defended with their lives, and they're fighting for their lives. And we did similarly in the second half. I thought we were a little bit better. We got closer to them, won some tackles, but clearly they were a tough nut to crack. We didn't have many, or certainly didn't have enough shots. I think James Vaughan's come back in after a period of time out, and he looks a little bit rusty, but it's great to get him on the pitch, and the temptation's there obviously because I've got him and both him and Naki Wells, and now there's a consideration because we've got to be better behind them, and we've got to give them service. I think the pair of them today looked a little bit it was a bit disjointed all over the place, but we continue to work. I've got to continue to work. There's 9 games left of this season. It gives me an idea of what I need to do. I've said before, it gives me an idea of what I need to do. People are always playing for the futures, and certainly the first half was very, very poor. The second half was a little bit better once we changed the personnel and the shape a little.
How worried are you, Mark, about perhaps a lack of motivation in the squad, because there's no chance of your team getting in the top 6 now, and I assume there's no genuine fear of relegation, or is?
Well, I think it's quite clear that the teams at the bottom have got 9 games to go. We've got 9 games to go, and if we don't pick up points, then we are certainly going to be lower in the league than we want to be. We were talking this time a few weeks ago about being maybe top 10. At this stage, we've got to pick up some points. We've got 9 games to go. We've just got to get back to being as good as we can be, because we've not been. And I think motivation shouldn't be an issue. I don't necessarily think it is an issue. I think that if that's a psychological thing, then obviously we'll see that, and that gives me food for thought over the coming weeks. But nobody's resting on the laurels. They're working hard. They're working hard in training. I think we get a balance between that work and the rest, and the work that we've got to do to try and improve things. I think the temptation is to work them a lot harder, and at this stage of the season, it's very difficult to do so because of the amount of games that has been played, and so there's a balance. There always is, and we've got to get a payoff where we get back to passing the ball as well as we possibly can do, because we're decent at that. We've shown the spells in the second half where we've been a little bit better, but it's just papering over the cracks because that was shocking. The first half was awful. Again, supporters have come out in the numbers, in big numbers, and we've not given them enough to shout about, which is poor from our perspective. I think from the players that we've got and the capabilities that we've shown this season, it's been fantastic at times, and it's been poor at other times, and today's been a really poor first half and a better second half, but still not enough to win a game.